Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've just got a few Christmas things going around this room. So we've got Santa stop here, then we've got the Christmas trees there at the back. There's another Christmas tree and Rudolph there. I just thought I would make it a little bit Christmassy while I'm filming again now. So what I want to do first is I went out a couple of weeks ago now, and before I went out I actually started to show you this dose of colours in Teal Me More. But before I do you a live swatch / demo on it, I mean, I've got all my makeup on apart from this Teal Me More eyeshadow that I want to use. I just want to talk about a few more bits and pieces that I got. A friend sent me these, which I'm completely grateful for. So I've got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in, what shade is this? Luminous Flush. I will be talking about this in a separate video. I'll probably do all the Hourglass products together and what I think of them. So that just comes like that. I'll just take it out of the pack. I have done this video before, but for some reason it didn't quite work out, and that's what it looks like. It looks like all of them apart from its travel size, which is really handy to obviously travel with, and then it looks like that inside. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go too much into it just because I will be talking about it in a future video. And then I got this Wet n Wild. It's in the shade Toasty, and it's part of their Colour Icon range there, if you can see that. And it really is a pretty shade. Again, I'm going to go into this in a future video, so that looks like that. But for now, what I want to do is talk about this some more. So this deserves a video in itself. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I have worn it before. I wanted to do first impressions on camera, but that's kind of been spoilt now because I have worn it before, so I do know what it's like. I went out a couple of weeks ago with my mum for dinner and I wore this and I got so many compliments on it. It is such a lovely shade. And right, what does it say on it? It just says use with fingers for maximum application, and I used it with my fingers anyway, because like these kind of eyeshadows I do tend to use with fingers, and any kind of eyeshadows with like kind of glitter in them or metallic particles, shall we say, in them, I do use them with my fingers. It's like the Super Shock ones by Colourpop. I use them with my fingers and you get the maximum pigmentation from them. So it just comes like that. I'm really happy to have this. And then just on the just on the back it says Block Party Eyeshadow, so that's the name of them, and then the shade is Teal Me More. And yeah, just says it lasts 12 months, which I'll get plenty of use out of it. And that is the shade, guys. Look at it. It's kind of, it looks like all different kind of blue. It looks like a midnight blue, a turquoise blue. It's just stunning. So I'm going to swatch it with my finger. So that's the shade. Then I'll do a swatch on my hand. So that's what it looks like. It even looks smoky in some respects. So yeah, it looks like a smoky blue, but on the eyes it just looks turquoise, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit if I can, which I can. So that's handy. So I'm going to use, which mirror shall I use? It's got a little mirror on it, so I'll use that mirror just so you can see what I'm doing rather than a great big mirror. So I'm just gonna put some on my hand. Oh, just hang on a minute. Just got some on my hand, so I'm just putting it on the eyelid. Look at that already. And that's just like one little touch. And it's just really fine particles of glitter. Now I really should put glitter glue on with this, then maybe it would look even better. I'll probably do it again with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance glitter glue. I'll just pop a little bit more on. I can't stop popping more on when I wear it. This has made me want to get more of these, but I had a look on Beauty Bay and they're like £16 for one single eyeshadow. They're worth it, don't get me wrong, but would I actually pay it if I was buying it for myself? Probably not. Now maybe if they did a palette or different palettes with these inside them, like if you got 3 or 4 in, I would pay slightly more money for that, but I don't know if I would pay £16 just for one shadow like that. But like I said, they are worth it in my opinion. So now I'm gonna do the other eye. I mean, look at the difference. Obviously that's the eye I've just done, and this one just looks plain in comparison. So yeah, really love it. It's just such a gorgeous blue. I feel really lucky to have it. Wow, that's stunning. One of these eyes always watering, it's always my left eye. So yeah, that's it. How many grams of product do you get? Net weight is 0.07 ounces and 1.94 grams. So you don't get an awful amount, but you don't need an awful amount when you use it. Like, you know, it's barely, like, I put a lot on just because I like a lot of pigmentation. But yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. Guys, look at it, it is stunning. Yeah, so this particular eyeshadow from the Block Party collection, I would definitely recommend. I mean, especially on blue eyes, it looks amazing. So on blue green eyes, it would look amazing. I think it would look amazing on whatever colour eyes you've got, but I do particularly like this shade on blue eyes, and I've been wearing more shades like this, and everyone says, oh, that blue really suits you. So I've been kind of coming away from my neutral eyeshadow palettes. I still want to use them, and I am going to talk about the palettes that I'm using for this week's makeup basket in an upcoming video. It's probably either going to be the next video after this one or the one after. But I need to get that up soon because I want to do it from Monday to Monday, so that's obviously tomorrow. So that obviously needs to get filmed today as well. But if you're thinking about maybe investing in one of these, I would definitely recommend them. I think they're well worth the money. I just wish you could have seen that whole first impressions that I did, because I did have this on as well. I'm not wearing this today. I'm wearing the rest of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders from this palette that I've got, which, excuse the little foundation mark there. And this is just the Ambient Lighting palette, and you get dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. I think we all know what it looks like, but that's what it looks like. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, just because I want to do these, like a review on these together. And I've also got one more blush, I think it's called Dim Light or something like that. So I've got one blush as well that I want to talk about, and do like an overall review on these products. But yeah, this in itself, I would say they are worth the money, but I'm not too sure if I would personally spend that amount of money on an eyeshadow, just because I don't really spend that much money on one single eyeshadow. I've never spent that much money on one single eyeshadow in my life before, but it's quality eyeshadow, and I would definitely, going forward, buy some more Dose of Colours eyeshadows, or whether that's singles like this or an eyeshadow palette. It's definitely making me think about maybe obviously getting more of these in the future sometime. I know there's like a gold shade that looks really pretty. They do so many of them, but I spoke to my friend and I said this one, you know, I really like the look of it, not expecting her to buy it me or anything, and she bought that for me, which I'm super appreciative of, and you know, I love having it in my collection. So yeah, this is kind of like it is like a first impression / review, because it is only my second time of wearing it, and I can't wait to get more use out of this in the party season, because it is kind of like a party eyeshadow. I wore this eyeshadow with a black and gold sparkly top and my leather jeggings when I went out for dinner with my mum, and it looked really pretty. So yeah, this is basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. Hope you enjoyed the little demo. And so that's a swatch. Like I said, you can see how it changes colour. So yeah, really enjoyed using that one, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.